Now to the Trump presidency, and today, President Trump signing two bills that will expedite benefits for the families of fallen law enforcement officers. They'll also help to recruit veterans into local police departments. But the focus tonight is on Mr. Trump's decision to back out of the Paris Climate Accord and the expected testimony next week from fired FBI Director James Comey. Joining us now, moderator of Face the Nation, John Dickerson. John, thanks for joining us. And it seems like this Paris decision had more to do with politics than science.
Well, that's certainly the claim that's made by the president's critics, and some of the evidence that he marshaled in making his case in the Rose Garden yesterday has been contradicted by the authors of the report, at least in one case, an MIT scientist who does not agree with the way the president used his findings. So there was absolutely a political element to this, though. You could hear it in the president's voice and the way the White House framed the event, and that this was all about jobs and also all about those who had been forgotten in America. You remember that line from the president's inauguration and his address to the country. Well, the vice president used that same phrase about the forgotten man yesterday in introducing the president. So this was absolutely pitched to the Trump voters and those who feel like agreements like this are made by elites in other countries and have don't have the interests of American workers at heart.
I want to look ahead, if we can, to next week. And Jim Comey's testimony that is scheduled for Thursday. Will the president let him speak? And what would it look like if he steps in and claims executive privilege and says no?
Well, we don't know if the president's going to let him speak. The White House isn't saying, and so it's a mystery at the moment. What would it look like? Well, the question here at the heart of former Director Comey's testimony is whether the president tried to block the investigation. And so if he doesn't let Director Comey speak, it would be perceived undoubtedly as another effort to try to block the investigation.
And let's talk for a moment about Hillary Clinton, who once again this week was front and center, speaking at a tech conference in California, making more headlines. And I'm just wondering if she makes it more difficult for Democrats going forward, if she continues to sort of push herself out there while the party's trying to look towards the future. She kind of stands in the way of that happening, doesn't she?
Well, the challenge for Democrats trying to look to the future is they need somebody to look towards. They need candidates and people to speak for the party on the issues of the day that can attract the affection of Democrats and crossover voters. But you're right. When Hillary Clinton talks about the 2016 election, she clearly has studied all of the different things that she believes led to her defeat. But then she also criticized the Democratic Party for lacking the technological expertise to help her with her campaign. That rankles a lot of Democrats, and to many that I talked to, it sounds like sour grapes from her, and gets into a kind of internal fighting that's separate and apart from whether she's a distraction to the party, isn't good for the party as it tries to move on from 2016 and figure out what it believes and present candidates for the next set of elections.
John, good to talk to you as always, and be sure to watch Face the Nation this Sunday morning at 10:30. John's guests will include Democratic Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi and the Secretary General of NATO.